Folks, you hear the news. Once again, Putin and the Russians are trying to engage in our elections and decide who the president's going to be. And this time I'm the object of their attention. Because Putin knows if I am president of the United States, his days of tyranny and trying to intimidate the United States and those in Eastern Europe are over. I'm going to stand up to him. He's a bully. If I'm elected president, you're going to see the single most important thing that changes in America is we're going to cure cancer.
Together, not pull us apart. I'll put in place a plan to deal with this pandemic responsibly. I've already done it. I've said it before. I'm not going to shut down the economy. I'm not going to shut down the country, but I'm going to shut down the virus. Before. I'm not going to shut down the economy. I'm not going to shut down the country. I'm going to shut down the virus.
To immediately provide $10,000 in debt relief as stimulus right now for students.
We need at least a $50,000 minimum. What will you do to make that happen?
I will not make that happen.
Oh my God, this dude, Joe Biden, is literally one of the funniest people I've ever seen in my life. And it's not even like intentional, right? It's funny in a sad way. That is the sad part about it, right? It's sad, okay? I mean, this dude made all kinds of promises, right, on the campaign trail. This dude said he would stop the virus, okay? He would end the virus. That's what he said, okay? That didn't happen, right? That didn't happen at all, okay? He was like, oh, I'm not going to shut down the economy, okay, and all this other stuff. But he definitely ruined the economy. I mean, look at inflation right now, okay? The dude even promised to cure cancer, right? He was like, we're going to cure cancer. Oh my God. Again, there was not one thing that this dude was not afraid to promise, okay? He also promised student loan debt forgiveness. He didn't do that for the woke revolutionary, right? He reneged on that. This dude hasn't done anything, okay? He hasn't fulfilled any of his promises, right? It's so bad that this guy has become the butt of a lot of jokes, a whole lot of jokes in this country, right? And in this video right here, Joe Rogan is actually going to roast up Joe Biden, right, for his lies and his cognitive decline, right? And I found this clip to be absolutely hilarious, so I wanted to share it. But before I get into that, I just want to remind you guys, if you like my commentary, if you like my channel, and you want to support my channel, you can do so using the links in the description below. You can support the Patreon, you can support the PayPal, you can support the merch. There are multiple ways to support if you would like to do so, including getting yourself one of these racist mugs, right? Which is a mug that reminds you on a daily basis what the 2022 definition of racism is, which is anybody who disagrees with the Democrats, right? If you disagree with the Democrats, then you're a racist, right? So you can get one of those from the merch shop if you would like. So without further ado, let's get into this clip of Joe Rogan frying up Joe Biden for his lies and cognitive decline.
That was one of the things that people were saying, that I was a Trump supporter during the election because I said I would vote for Trump before I'd vote for Biden. But I didn't vote for either.
Well, they're saying now that you're a white supremacist, right? Again, it goes back to this mug, right? They say Joe Rogan is a white supremacist, okay, and a right-winger, a racist, because he disagrees with the Democrat Party, right? He disagreed with the Democrat Party on all the COVID stuff. He provided an alternative narrative, right? And therefore, again, the Democrats basically tried to cancel the guy, right? They tried to get him kicked off Spotify. They call him a white supremacist. They call him a racist. Okay, they tried to shut him down for saying the N-word. They threw the book at this man, okay? They threw the book at this man. But I'm glad that saga is over and that he's basically survived the attempted woke cancellation from the left. And it's so ridiculous because this guy was literally Bernie Sanders supporter, right? He supported the candidate of the wokes, okay? And they still try to cancel the guy, right? It just shows you how far gone the left actually is.
I didn't vote for either. The reason why I said that is I was like, you don't see this? Like, you guys out of your fucking mind? You don't see that this guy can't talk right anymore?
Yeah.
If you see the Clarence Thomas hearing where he's talking to Clarence Thomas about natural law, and then Clarence Thomas later is talking about it, he's like, I did not know what the he was talking about.
Senator Biden was very focused on natural law. How did that go?
Who knows? I have no idea what he was talking about. I just want to make sure we all know what we're talking about here. That you and I know at least what we're talking about here.
But he's having this thing, you know and I know what we're talking about here. Other people might not know, but you know and I know what we're talking about. Clarence Thomas like, I don't know what the f*** you're talking about, but I'm just going to let you
You know and I know what we're talking about.
I have to be perfectly honest with you. You sit there and you have no idea what they are talking about.
That's so hilarious because, I mean, this dude, Joe Biden, he's like, you know and I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, right? Clarence Thomas like, I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't. Okay? And you got to think that Clarence Thomas definitely don't really like Biden all that much, right? Considering what happened during that hearing and how a whole lot of that stuff was a sham against Clarence Thomas because Republicans was putting him up for the Supreme Court.
This is a case in which this sleaze, this dirt, was searched for by staffers of members of this committee, was then leaked to the media, and this committee and this body validated it and displayed it at prime time over our entire nation. This is a circus. It's a national disgrace. And from my standpoint, as a black American, as far as I'm concerned, it is a high-tech lynching for uppity blacks.
And I'm going to keep a whole buck with you. Democrats didn't like the fact that Republicans were nominating a black guy to the Supreme Court. Okay, that's the reason why Biden allegedly tried to block the GOP from doing it again. Because apparently they was trying to, back during the Bush years, the second Bush, the early 2000s, they were trying to potentially run a black woman, right, to be a Supreme Court justice. And the Democrats, led by Joe Biden, basically tried to block this woman from advancing her career because it was like, no, we don't want Republicans putting another black woman on the Supreme Court, okay? Which, again, is hilarious considering how the Democrats act like they're the party of black folks, right? Like, oh, we're all about promoting black people, okay? But when the GOP does it, though, it doesn't count, right? You know, black folks that happen to lean right or conservative, oh, no. Diversity and inclusion doesn't count anymore, okay? I want you guys to understand how this works.
That was Biden his whole life. I mean, Obama like famously said during the election, he hopes Joe doesn't f this up.
You know, Obama kind of seemed like a psychic at that point, right? He could better tell the future. Because I'm telling you, I mean, that is basically the way to define Joe Biden's time in office thus far is an F up. And it'll be interesting to see next week during his State of the Union address how he addresses this country when literally everything is a mess, right? Everything is a mess, okay?
Because that's what he did. Like he would lie about his experience. He would lie about his background and education. He would lie about his record.
I mean, he would lie about all kinds of things.
Yes.
He lied about graduating in the top of his class.
Yes.
He lied about having more than one degree.
Law school did you attend, and where did you place in that class? And the other question is, could you quickly, I think
I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect. I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. In the first year in law school, I decided I didn't want to be in law school and ended up in the bottom 2/3 of my class, and then decided I wanted to stay, went back to law school, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I won the International Moot Court competition. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only need 123 credits, and I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I don't think Biden actually has 3 degrees. I think he has 2 degrees, right? So why lie? I don't understand. But again, this is an example of Biden's like temperament, right? Like people want to talk about Trump. Biden has been a loose cannon all his life. Okay, again, it reminds me of the time when Biden got pissed off about the guy calling him out on his son's business dealers in Ukraine.
I know you do. And by the way, that's why I'm not sedentary. I get up and no, let him go. Let him go. Look, the reason I'm running is because I've been around a long time and I know more than most people know. And I can get things done. That's why I'm running. And you want to check my shake line, let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do. Let's take the 19 steps. Number two. No one has said my son has done anything wrong, and I did not on any occasion. And no one has ever said it. Not
I
one.
didn't say you were doing anything wrong.
You said I set up my son to work in an oil company. Isn't that what you said? Get your words straight, Jack.
That's what I hear on MSNBC.
You don't hear that on MSNBC. You did not hear that at all. What you heard, look, okay, I'm not going to get in an argument with you, man.
Well, I don't want to.
Well, yeah, you do, but look, here's the deal.
Again, it's hilarious stuff, man. This guy Biden, I don't understand how the American people did not see this coming, right? There's a reason why this guy ran for president so many times and lost, right? Because they didn't want him. But all of a sudden in 2020, Joe was the guy, right? Allegedly. Again, it's amazing.
Dude,
he lied about marching with Mandela.
Oh yeah, he lied about his arrests recently. He lied about being arrested the first time I was arrested.
Seems like yesterday, the first time I got arrested. Anyway.
This day, 30 years ago, Nelson Mandela walked out of prison and entered into discussions about apartheid. I had the great honor of meeting him. I had the great honor of being arrested with our UN ambassador on the streets of Soweto trying to get to see him on Robben's Island.
During a visit to South Africa to visit Nelson Mandela, which I know was a very memorable visit for you, that you were arrested when you were there. Your campaign has come out since and said, no, you were separated from other people at the airport, but you did say arrest three times. Why?
Why lie? But hey, to Joe's defense here, he might not remember this point, okay? He might be so far gone. He might be losing his marbles so much that he doesn't even remember whether he was arrested or not. Maybe he thinks in his mind that he was arrested, right? So maybe he might have been, thinking that he was telling the truth, right? But this dude has never been arrested, so why even say that you was arrested? You've never been arrested. I don't understand. That should never come out of your mouth. You've never been arrested. But for whatever reason, he tries to paint himself like some civil rights hero, right? Some civil rights guy, right? And I think that's why he keeps saying, oh, I got arrested. Look, I'm just like you black folks, right? I've been arrested, okay? I face police brutality too, right? I think that's what it is. Because every time he talks about it, Nelson Mandela. It has something to do with civil rights or something, okay? He's trying to paint himself as some civil rights icon, but we all know what Joe is, okay? He was hanging out with the KKK, okay? Any of you guys want to know who Joe actually is, listen to Joe Brown, right? Talk about Joe Biden and who he actually is.
Well, what I meant to say was I got off that. Look, I guess I wasn't arrested. I was stopped. I was not able to move where I wanted to go.
Oh, my God. How do you get being stopped and arrested mixed up? I really don't know. But I just found that clip to be so hilarious. Okay, just because of just how much his man lies. And it's just become clear at this point, this man's presidency is a disaster. And it's something that we should have seen coming, right? Because a lot of this stuff was literally before the man even got in office, right? So when I saw this clip, it was just a reminder, like, how in the world did we get here, bro? How in the world did we get to this point, okay? I mean, I don't understand, right? So yeah, with that being said, it'll be interesting to hear Joe Biden's State of the Union address to basically explain the mess that has happened in his first year in office. It will be fireworks for sure. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.